This is the SwishWire podcast.
Welcome back to SwishWire podcast. I'm Ian Lahiri. I have my co-host with us, Jay. So what's up?
What's up?
And Justin.
What's good?
And today we have a very special guest. He's amongst boys on the court at both ends and is a top-ranked prospect in the loaded 2023 class. Please welcome Colorado's own Baye Fall.
What's good?
What's good? We're excited to have you on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Glad to be here.
We're just gonna hop right into it.
Is the fact that I'm a sophomore right now. I'm only like 5'9". You're out here 6'11".
Are you 7 foot now, or are you 6'11"?
Nah, still 6'11". I'm not 7 foot yet.
Oh, you'll get there. You'll get there. You got time.
You're still growing. That's insane. We're gonna hop right into it. You haven't been playing basketball for long. There's a lot of players, pros, high school, that have been playing since, elementary, since they were really little. But you've only been playing since 6th grade. And before that, you played soccer. What got
Right.
you into basketball, and how did you become so good in such a short amount of time?
Just growth and like some people just thinking that I should play basketball, just because I was getting taller and taller every day in their eyes. But I didn't realize myself, and I didn't even know about basketball. So just some people just started saying it, and then just my brother got me into it, and we started working. That's how we got into here.
So did you have to develop a passion for it? Or when you played basketball, was there like a...
I automatically fell in love with it when I, first got into it. So
How has the transition been from Senegal to America so far, on and off the court?
it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Like coming from there and then just being here almost 2 years. It was pretty good. It was hard in the beginning, the schoolwork, and then just, the weather here where I live, like in Denver, Colorado.
Yeah, lots of snow.
Yeah, a lot of snow, and you never see snow in Africa, just in any country there. So it
So
was just hard, but I kept up.
going more into that, when you moved from Senegal to Colorado, that's basically like saying, okay, I'm here for the big leagues. Like that's a huge transition. What pressure did that put on you?
It wasn't really like you said it. It wasn't like a basketball move or something. I was just here for school, me and my cousins. That. Then we just got into school, started doing open gyms and all that. But I started basketball back home. So just the coach found out that I was pretty good at basketball. Then, he got me in the team.
It's something that just came natural to you, like all the skill that you built up, that's just come natural.
I worked on it. Some of it is just gifts. Some of it is just soccer too. That's those three things. I work hard a lot on things that I can't do, and then that's how I got in, up to here.
What NBA player do you model your game after?
I don't really have nobody I model my game after. I just play like me, I guess. But I get comparisons as sometimes like Giannis or something.
Giannis, I see that. Do you have like any like specific film you'll watch to like develop aspects, or are you just like...
No, I'm not into that. Like my brother never never wanted me to just watch films and do things, because it was kind of bad for him on his mentality. So I never watch films just to practice it or something like that. I just go see trainers and just work on my weaknesses.
Interesting approach. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Your cousin, Mamadou Sow, is a 6'7" wing who could do it all on the court. What role has he played in your basketball career? What has he helped you with on the court?
I mean, he played a big part of it because he's real tough to play against. He's probably one of the hardest players I have to go against every day. He helped me, get it easy, when I face other players, because ain't nobody like him to me. Ain't nobody like him and nobody like that tough. Or just he knows all my moves, so it's kind of hard to just play against him. And he played a big role. He helped me a lot to get better every day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, is
For
there
sure.
an aspect of your game that you would say needs the most improvement?
I say these two things like ball handling and like being a decent shooter. I think those two
Yeah,
things.
because one thing I did see was like you had to transition from AAU ball to school ball, which is like
Right.
two completely different types. So
Yeah.
that had to be like hard to understand, especially with all the practicing and conditioning that comes with school ball.
Yeah.
Yeah. So your AAU coach, Archie Chaney, said, and I quote, his competitive fire is one of the things that stand out. He wants to compete with the best all the time, never wants to back down, and is up to every challenge. Any player in front of him, he's ready to stand up to that challenge, and he works his behind off to make sure he's in a position to help his team win. That's like an amazing praise from a coach. But
Thank you.
with that, it's evident you have a hardcore mentality. So, what is it like with the position you're in? You're in like such a stacked draft class with Bronny and Mikey.
Right. Like, what was your question? Excuse me, I didn't hear it.
What is it like to be in such a stacked class? Like, is there anything that comes with it, or is it just I'm built for this?
I mean, yeah, that's how I feel. But like, I feel like I'm built for it. I'm blessed too, just to, be a stud in my class and just be one of the best of like what people think. I just keep working and just not let it get on my head. I think it was for me.
So, does the huge media attention from or towards Bronny and Mikey affect you at all, or is that just like
No, not at all. It don't affect me. I don't need that. I mean, I don't want to be the high school superstar and then just be the NBA buzz. No.
I love
Right
that.
now,
I like
yeah.
that. Yeah.
You couldn't have said it any better because some people are just like, oh, this guy's ranked ahead of me. Like, I'm better than this guy. But you're not worried about that. You're worried about,
I don't mind being ranked number like 100 or something like that.
mm,
I just hoop, hoop,
you're just
like
going to
I'm
work.
great in the league, not in.
In 2019, you attended the Junior All American camp and you took home the MVP award. In the past, there have been some amazing winners of this award, including DeAndre Ayton, Stanley Johnson, Tyler Dorsey, as well as some current NBA prospects like Jalen Green and Devin Askew. How did this honor feel?
Feels great, like I said, I feel blessed for that because I wasn't even like here for like I was here for like 3 weeks maybe when I just went to that camp. It was my first camp here. I felt blessed like to just take home the MVP. I just hooped hard there and then just it was pretty easy for me. So I felt
Right off,
like it was really good.
right off the bat, you're coming right into the states and you're making a name for yourself by winning an MVP. That like the number one overall pick in the 2018 draft, he's won it. Like that's insane.
Yeah, it was really great. Like just to me for me to do that, it was really great. I felt really good, and I still thank God for it because yeah, it's a big blessing.
Yeah, you're obviously a really great basketball player, but you've also been on the record saying that you want to change the world. How can you go about doing this on and off the court?
It's just it's gonna be through the game. Like I say, it's just my work. Be great. You should just do it like LeBron is doing for the community right now. Think that's helping change the world. Just be the voice. For like the people that can't speak up.
Yep,
Just
like building schools
be
LeBron has
one
done.
do
Mhm.
provide for the community. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's what I mean by changing the world.
Because one NBA player from Senegal, Gorgie Zhang, he has been very high on stuff like this. Like his Instagram is full with off the court stuff. He's all about like building up his community. So you do you know much about Gorgie stuff, or is that just a thing?
Yeah, he's a great example for what I'm trying to do in the future. He's a great example for that because he just provide a lot back home. He just like that. He's just nice to people and he just provide for them, just help them all the time. And then just he keeping it simple. That's what I'm trying to do. That's the same exact team I'm gonna be on to like when I get there.
One thing some NBA players like Kevin Love and DeMar DeRozan have shown is mental health is important for all basketball players. With someone like you who's had to move from place to place and done all of these things, how important is your mental strength as a player?
Real important. That's probably the most important thing because I gotta stay with it all the time. I gotta stay like tough mentally and then just know what's best for me and just do like the things that are like gonna get me, make me move forward, like get better,
So was there
Because I
ever a
was
time there like you wanted to like or not wanted to quit, but you almost like gave up because it was like too much?
like, what you mean? I don't understand.
Well, like one thing about mental health is everything can be overwhelming. So was there ever a time where just everything got to your head? Or was it always just basketball is main?
Sometimes I had times like that I just, said, I don't want it anymore or something. I think he froze again. That I said like I didn't want it anymore, but I just had people like the good people around me, telling me stuff to do, then they're just helping me, just like to stay tough mentally and just to make good decisions all the time.
That's huge because, I mean, as we just stated, your mental health it's huge for you, not only off the court but on the court, and you're fearless on the court, and off the court you have that, you're courageous like that, and without that, you wouldn't be where you are today, and you've already received some offers from multiple colleges. So, what is your approach on choosing the right college for you?
Me, like the approach is just going somewhere that I'm going like they're gonna help my game, get to the next level, gonna help me get better, academically too. A good school for me, they have like everything I want to learn in the future because I just don't want to be a hooper in the future, just be a pro player or something. I want to have a job on the side, have an option because like I think sports career is not like something that's really safe to lean on. So imagine if I just get injured or something, you know, I might
And you
have
see a
some.
lot. My bad.
Sorry.
We see a lot of players, transition over to that role after their careers, or like even like some, they get a catastrophic injury and they lean towards that. It's a great way to get into, you know, like a plan B. You know,
Yeah,
Does that
that's
mean
what I mean.
obviously you have a lot of time ahead of it, but does this mean you'd like prefer being like a 4-year college person before you declare? Or is that something that's on your mind right now?
No, it's just not based on that. I just use, just do what's best for my future. Just do what's gonna get me to the next level and get me to just, be here for my people and then just can't like be able to provide for them. It's not that I'm just I'm gonna stay 4 years in college or something like that. It's not like that. I can just not go to college and just go 1 year. We don't know. We just don't know what the future holds. But yeah, I want to be somebody other than just a basketball player.
respect.
Yeah.
I was about to say that. One thing I did read about both you and your cousin is something that helped bridge the gap between the English language for y'all was rap. So, what are some of your favorite, like rappers and songs?
My favorite rapper like is definitely Lil Baby.
He's my favorite rapper too.
uh,
Yeah,
uh,
and then yeah, I like Juice WRLD a lot. He's like probably my second favorite artist, and then Pop Smoke, Cams, then Rodriguez, and that's it.
you
And
can't
like
go wrong with
I'm
those.
favorites too. Like yeah, a lot.
You can't go wrong with those, especially Juice. Juice is my favorite,
Yeah.
and Pop Smoke. But now we're gonna segue into some NBA questions. Starting off with the first one, who are some of your favorite NBA players?
LeBron James still my favorite player. You know,
Hmm.
but I've been watching like I like Miles Turner when I was back home. Miles Turner. Yeah, I like Joel Embiid, Giannis
Hmm.
too. Like I like watching Giannis. I enjoy watching like the guards like Kimball Walker, James Harden, Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant. Mm.
Who do you have making it to the finals this year?
In the West, right here, I got LA,
Hmm.
Lakers, and then East, I don't know. I'm thinking Brooklyn.
That'd be
Would
a really good finals.
What are your
yeah.
thoughts on the Harden trade, by the way?
I think it's really crazy. I don't know how they gonna just be able to just analyze who's gonna do this. take the final shot when they have, when they down in a situation or something. It's just crazy to me.
Mm.
Because I
Well,
think like players like James Harden that are like players that's they play like with the ball in their hand, and Kyrie Irving does the same thing too. KD's kind of like those players. It's just gonna
mm,
be
That,
tough.
that's one thing I'm excited to see because as we've seen, James Harden has been willing to be like much more passive since he's gone to the Nets. And I mean, to be fair, Kyrie's had LeBron, who's obviously the more clutch guy, and then Kevin Durant's had Curry and Clay. So I think
Yeah,
they can mesh that together. I think like rebounding and defense is all they need to focus on. Truly,
yeah, you're
it's an
right.
amazing team, though.
it'll be
It's amazing.
whoever's hot.
Yeah.
So, who is, in your opinion, is the best big man in the NBA right now?
Right now, it's between Eddie and Joel Embiid, but I'll go with Joel Embiid. I feel like he's unstoppable right now. He's strong, and then he got game.
Yeah, this season I would agree. I think Joel might be arguably the top pick for MVP this year.
Yeah.
I got Jokic, but I mean, I could see it.
Wait, last year did you still have Embiid over Jokic, or is that just a this year thing?
Me?
Nah, Bay.
Oh, I thought you were talking to
Oh,
me. I was like,
last year I'd go with like Nikola Jokic for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're a real basketball watcher. Okay. Let's continue.
all right, and this is a debate that's talked about a lot. Who do you think is the GOAT?
Easy. That's LeBron James.
It's easy.
Yeah,
Easy.
that's
Come
real easy.
on, come
It's
on.
LeBron James. I don't know what y'all think or just what it like.
I'm
Everybody.
I'm a huge LeBron fan. I have all of his jerseys. I agree.
Come
I'm the
on.
biggest LeBron fan.
We don't
I'm
need
not
to get into it, but I'm an MJ guy.
saying I'm not saying he can't get there, but I mean, like, I gotta go MJ.
He's been there since 2016.
Okay, okay,
Uh-huh. Okay.
okay. That's a bit of a stretch. All right, and finally, to end off, we just want to talk about your training. Starting with Jay, you got a question?
Yeah, you're a top-notch post scorer. What do you do to polish this aspect of your game? How are you so dominant in the post?
It's most of it is just skills that I work like big. Well, I work with like big man coaches. You know, like everything I do, like ball handling, I have like different trainer to work with, and then post moves. I have a great guy that I work with. He helped me a lot with that, and I use my athleticism and then my length to just be able to be dominant in the post.
One thing I've seen from your mixtapes is the way you approach a rebound is insane because it's like you're prepared for the ball to go to any part of the court and you're always ready. Because, like you said, your athleticism and elusiveness is it's really cool to watch.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Mhm. And not only are you insane in the post on offense, you're also a menace down low on defense. Obviously, your physical attributes contribute to this with your length and height. But what have you done to enhance your rim protection capabilities?
Just like have a perfect timing. Like know where I'm going to block shots or what I like where I have to jump or not. You know.
Mhm.
That's it. That's all. Just look at a ball, look at a player, what he does, like what foot he put first or something. That's what I
Mhm.
do.
There's players that not a lot of players, big men, look into that. At a lot of levels of basketball, high school, college, pros. There's big men that don't look that deep into the game, and like for players like you that look that deep into it, I mean, you're bound to be one of the best shot blockers in the entire world.
Right. Thank you.
Mhm.
I mean, you averaged what? Was it 4 blocks last season?
Yeah, it was for blocks.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Overall, your mobility is insane. You're a 6'11" guy and
Mhm.
you're just like all over the court. Is that something you had to work on, or did that just come with time?
It's just soccer. I think I used to play soccer a lot. And like soccer players have like good footwork.
Yeah.
It's just what helped me, be like this mobile and just know how to use my body, even though I'm tall and lengthy. And that's all. And
Mhm.
then just be working, being fast. Like when I was back home, I used to run on the beach and just there was like little mounts of like sands that I used to run on. just to get better every day and just be quicker. Cause like the average 6'11" player can't move or jump like that.
Yeah.
So I had to be different. I had to just come up with something that they don't have.
That's what's so special about Giannis's game is he's that big and he can just get across the court like that. I assume that's what you mean by, you kind of mold your game after Giannis.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
And that's big because like the way the NBA is going, we've seen big men, the big men in today's NBA, they're revolutionized. Guys like Giannis, obviously, guys like Bam Adebayo, even Nikola Jokic.
He's been trying to do his Giannis thing. If you know that.
Well, I mean, yeah, Joel's insane, but like I'd consider him more of a traditional big man.
Yeah.
But guys like Giannis, guys like Bam, even guys like AD and Jokic, more playmaking responsibilities on the perimeter, more mobile. The way the game is changing for especially the big men, it's important to have that, in your game, and that's like bound for pretty much success anywhere you would go.
That's right. That's the new big man. I mean, to anybody that's gonna hear this, I don't know. I'm not saying it for me, just for me. Just if you want to play in the league and be a big man there or something, you have to have what other peoples don't have. Just be quick, just athletic or something.
I'm like Christian Wood is a great example. He's but he's already become one of the most like offensive, versatile scorers in the league out of the bigs.
Yeah.
And obviously, getting into the gym and working on your game, that's pretty much the biggest way on how you improve. But it's more than just that. How important are things like recovery and diet to you? And what does your recovery program and diet look like?
Really, like they're really important, like the two things, because like I can't eat whatever I want to eat, even though like I like eating junk food, but I can't anymore because my mom and my dad don't like they don't want me to do that. They like they're like chiefs in the house. They just tell me what to eat or not. And then recovery is like just I got somewhere to I just go to twice a week. Get on those boxes and just take care of my body and just not force anything. I'll be icing like probably every 2 days. You know everything. That's all I do. Just respect my body and just give the best.
At such a young age, it's important to take care of your body early so that you can have that long career.
Yeah, that's right. So I just don't want to, get my body messed up or something, you know.
And recovery is just my bad.
It's all right. I mean, I say that's why people are just confused, like the fact that I don't lift weights or something, like I don't do weights or something. It's not that, I gotta respect my body. I can't just cut my growth spurt like that.
And recovery is just so important for any athlete, really. Like, a lot of athletes think the way to get there is getting in the gym every day and then, like hard weightlifting, like constantly working. And obviously, like, you have to put in that hard work to get there. That's like the most important part. But like, in order, to stay healthy throughout the long run and like make it like a long, stable career, you got to have that recovering and, you have to do that a lot. And that's something that a lot of people don't notice.
That's another thing that Giannis did that I feel like goes really underwhelming. He was like skinny up until like a few years in, and then he just went and got buff. Is that what you're trying to do pretty much?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Like, I hear people say, oh, like you got to be NBA ready or something. I don't want to be that player that's just going to the NBA and not get better at all. I want to grow with the game, in any level that I go to. I don't want to rush anything, because I know my body can just have all those other players have in the NBA. So I just take time, take care of my body and just grow with the game. I don't want to be NBA ready until I get there.
And you earlier you talked about, anyone that's listening, that's a big man, be athletic, mobile, adapt to the game. Yeah. That's a great piece of advice. Do you have another piece of advice that could benefit someone that's watching?
It's just like, the attention or just rankings and all that bother some people, they feel underrated or something. I feel like if you just, be on your corner, keep working, you don't need all that attention or just be big in high school or just college. We've seen Damian Lillard and some of the players, Duncan Robinson, you know, I feel like it doesn't have to matter, you know, it doesn't have to be on your head to just not being ranked or something, just not having attention. Like, it don't matter. Just do your thing and then just, you know, you're going to get there.
Mm-hmm.
That's great advice.
Mm-hmm.
That concludes the interview. I think I speak for all of us when I say I'm like really impressed with your devotion to not only just basketball, just everything in general, your academics, and that what you just said shows that you're looking out for other people too.
Yeah, thank you.
It's great to have you on, Baye. It was a really good
for sure.
discussion.
I appreciate it. It was a good one, man. Appreciate y'all.
You got big things coming on and off the court. So everyone look out for Baye Fall.
All right, bro. Thank you.
Peace out.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Peace.